Hello and welcome back to Spend a Day with Temwa. Today we've been graced by the presence of Miss Lillian Moyo. She's the Managing Director for Vanguard Insurance. Please welcome Miss Lillian.
Thank you, Temwa.
Miss Lillian, you have over 23 years of experience in the financial industry. And how's been that journey for you, and what are some of the lessons that you've learned?
Thank you. As you've rightly put it, my name is Dr. Lillian Moyo, and I'm the Managing Director for Vanguard Life Assurance. In fact, I've been in this role for just 2 years now,
Wow.
from August 2023. And the journey for me has been about passion. So I am very passionate about making an impact in people's lives. So it can be teams that I'm working with, the communities that I'm serving, as well as the stakeholders that we answer to in terms of shareholders and other stakeholders such as the regulator. So I am passionate about participating in the financial services sector, but running businesses that are sustainable.
Okay. As managing director for Vanguard, what are some of the key responsibilities that have been given to you? And can you please run me through that?
Thank you. So as managing director, I am the champion of the institution. I'm the principal officer. So it means I drive strategy, I create visions, and make sure that we have a mission that is guiding the institution. So here at Vanguard, we are in pension and also life assurance. And therefore, my vision is that we should participate in the financial services sector as a company that is leading. So we are one of the leading insurers in Malawi, and we do that through innovative products, making sure that our presence is felt in the market while making a difference in people's lives.
Okay. You congratulations first of all on your doctorate in
Thank you.
business administration.
Thank you.
What made you want to pursue that, and how has that also impacted on your journey in the corporate circle?
Thank you. So for me, my journey starts from childhood, where I've always been ambitious. I've been ambitious and bold and wanting to be the best that I can be. So one way of doing that was making sure that I excel in my education, and I had some targets that by age such and such, I shall have my first degree, my master's, my PhD. I had my life mapped out pretty much.
Seems like it. Seems like it.
And my goal was that by age 40, at least I should be an executive. I should have finished my PhD, which is what happened. So I did all that by the time I was 40. I rose through the ranks, and whilst doing that, I was also studying. So I received my master's whilst I was working. I received my PhD whilst I was working. And recently, I just became a chartered insurer while I'm still working.
Wow. How do you manage that, first of all? Because it sounds like a lot of education in between, eh?
It's balance.
Okay. How do you balance that?
It's
Now
balance.
that you talked
So
about
as
balance.
as an executive, as you rise through the ladder, there will be responsibilities. You are responsible for your teams, building resilient teams. You're responsible for product development and everything. But you may also have a home, so you're responsible for your home. However, you need to balance. So for me, that balancing act has been difficult, but I was able to manage the hurdles. So you just have to have your priorities set right. So there will be time for board meetings, but there will also be time for studies. So you just have to divide your time and make sure that your priorities are not clashing, but you rank them in order of their importance.
Okay. You were the Chief Operations Officer for Minko, Managing Director for Malawi Union. And also, how have you been able to navigate that, first of all? And you were standing in between assets that are worth over 9 billion. And you're a female. And you're a female. So how were you able to navigate that? Can you please run me through that?
Thank you. So yes, my CV is quite broad. I have been in a number of industries, fast-moving consumer goods. I've been in banking, cooperatives through the Malawi Union of Savings and Credit Cooperatives. There I was business development manager. But I think the best role that I can now attribute to would be the role of Chief Operating Officer for Nico Life. But I've also been the General Manager for Nico Pension. And these roles have actually propelled me into what I am today. I've taken them as points of stepping up. So I have taken my life slowly from education to career, to make sure that I rise steadily and boldly. So what I can say is that success doesn't just come on a silver platter. You have to work for it. You have to be resilient. You have to be focused. So focus is key. As I rise through these ladders, I have to make sure that I am also improving myself. So personal development was very key. That's why I've said that my education path goes concurrently with my career. So every time I step into a new role, I have to look around and say, what skills am I missing? What skills can make me better in this new role? Sometimes I even study things that are for higher roles because I'm preparing myself for that. So that's how my journey has been. Mostly resilience, grace, grace of God, I would say. Yeah, but that's where I've come from. So yes, you also mentioned that you've done that being a woman.
Yes.
Being a woman is not a limitation. In fact, it is a strength. And I believe that in these boardrooms and all these seats of higher places, a woman's presence in the boardroom is not optional. It is very essential because we have to balance and participate in decisions that are balanced. So we bring a certain perspective. There's a book that I've read in the past. It's called Lillian. I think it was written by a COO for Facebook. Yeah, so in that book, I've really learned a lot that women have to lean in. So when we sit in the boardroom, we should participate equally as the men.
Wow. Another question that I have, as an executive, right, a very busy executive to start with, how do you balance being a mom and being a friend and being, a daughter to your parents as well? How do you balance that?
Yes, I'm a single mom of one. Of course, I also do have 2 other adopted kids. So my son is the biological one. But with these 3 children, I've made sure that I balance. So being in the boardroom or being a corporate executive has nothing to do with marital status. So
I love how you keep saying balance. It's like it's part of your routine. It's part of who you are.
Yes, it is, because it needs hard work, it needs focus, and also resilience. So you have to balance this, and then also balance the home. So what I do is I make sure that my children also participate in what I do. If I've got a chance where my kids can also see what I do tag them along, because I want them to understand when I'm saying I am busy with something, then they have a point of departure on what I mean when I say I'm busy. But when I also have time with them, I do spend time with them. And I make sure that they also do well in school. And the biological son is at Saints in form, whatever we do. So I spend time with them, much as I also spend time at work.
Okay. Something very important that you said leaning as a woman as well. So they call it the male-dominated industry is the corporate circle, as they put it. How do you then navigate how have you been able to navigate throughout that, especially that you started in a time when male domination was like a priority? So how then did you navigate that, and how do you still navigate that? Being you're climbing the ladders where they say it's the male setup. So how then do you manage to navigate that?
It's being present, but also being confident in my capabilities. I have same education as the men have. I have same experiences as the men have. And so I should be able to do it. So I've always, had the philosophy that what a man can do, a woman can do. And all we do is work. There will be a strategy that we have to drive. There will be deliverables that we have to keep up with. So performance speaks for itself. When you start tracking companies, for instance, Vanguard Life, you see that maybe at some point it wasn't doing well, maybe now it is doing well. Then when you do that research, you see that it means one is able to execute strategy, bring a vision, and then lead teams, because we always work with teams. So I've always been one that believes in teamwork. I have to train my people so that they can do what I can also do. But there are certain things that I don't know, and I can also depend on my teams to teach me. So being in leadership is not about positions and titles. It's really about augmenting the team and working through people and leading them, showing them the way, and let them execute.
Okay. There's something very important that you said, staying present. Before we come back to staying present, my next question is, what advice would you give to a young lady looking to come into corporate, and this is a younger you in your, let's say, early 20s, and then staying present in both circles, between being just present with life and present with work as well?
Yeah, the younger me, probably, if I give you a small background, I grew up mostly in the village.
Yeah.
I haven't had life on a silver platter. My mom was a primary school teacher.
Yeah.
We suffered some political situations in the past, which of course we may not discuss, but that ushered us into poverty. My mom moved from being an employee of the Reserve Bank to being a primary school teacher, and mostly in rural areas. So the younger me would be someone who would maybe be shy, be afraid, we don't know what the future holds. But now, where I am, I can tell that younger me that I should have been more bold, more confident in myself, and forward-looking. There are times when maybe I would have lost hope. So if I go back to those years, I would say faith and hope are very important, because they actually give you, something to look forward to.
Amazing. How then do you, with the high demand of your schedule, right? How then do you still navigate also just being you, and also meeting up with other people as friends and everything?
So for those that know me, they know that I'm not as outgoing as I may seem. I keep more to myself, but it's because I love reading a lot. So I spend my time reading any books, motivational books. I love watching documentaries, but things that really keep me going are also family. I participate a lot in family events, making sure that I'm participating fully as an adult who is responsible. Because at the end of the day, you may go east, west, but they say home is best. So, and also, I've always wanted to have impact in what I do. So even in my personal life, my social cycles, I want to have impact. I should leave an impact in the lives that I've touched. So it comes back even to the office, the products that we are selling, life insurance products. Our aim is to end up showing impact. So wherever I've stepped my foot, if you give me a company to run, I'll make sure that I am looking at legacy. I'm looking at what impact will I leave in this organization. I don't really like some musicians like Beyonce, to be honest, but she did a song which I really love. It's called I Was Here. So I love that song because it actually speaks to what I believe in, that when I step into an institution, I should leave it much better than I found it.
More like pouring yourself out until there's nothing left.
Yes, exactly. And I'm a philosopher. My first degree is in Bachelor of Arts, Humanities. So I also believe... So in philosophy, we also learned that we should do the greatest good, or we should do something which is the greatest good for the greatest number. So even when we are designing products, we're looking at customer service, or we are in the community participating at home, at church, whatever we do, we must always look at doing that which will bring the greatest good for the greatest number. And I also have a friend of mine, George, who once taught me a very good philosophy as well, that there's a concept called delayed gratification. So when I'm looking for jobs, for example, I don't really look at how much money are they going to pay me. I also look at delayed gratification. There's some things that you do, you pour your heart into, and the results speak for themselves, and then you're rewarded. So you must first show impact before you demand. So that philosophy really drives me. Delayed gratification.
Okay. Another question that I'll ask before we touch back on that is, if you were given time to go back 10 years into, let's say, your early 20s. At this point, you are 20 years old. Is there anything that you'll go back to change?
Maybe I would go back 10, 15 years and maybe be more of a team worker, maybe much better than I had been in the past. Because sometimes I keep to myself a lot. So I may have skills, but maybe I'm not imparting enough. Or I may lack in something, but I'm not benefiting from others. So maybe if I did that a lot more in the past, maybe I would have been a much better person than what I am today.
Okay. Please run me through some of the insurances that you have here at Vanguard, and how does one join?
Thank you for that. So here at Vanguard, we're in life and pension. So we have two companies. There's Vanguard Life and Vanguard Pension Services. So we do have products such as the pension itself, pension administration, which is mandated by the Pensions Act. Then we also have group life insurance. So this is a life cover for members of staff paid for by the employer. And then we have group funeral products, but also individual life products and individual funeral products. We also do service the diaspora by offering them products that they can buy from wherever they are, and we are administering them here at Vanguard.
Okay. I would like to see the whole building, how it looks like. I love this program because we come to your office. So we can take a look around and get to also see what you also have here. But thank you very much for having us. So I'll be looking forward to working with you and seeing what you have.
Thank you so much. I also do appreciate that you thought of me. And as we wrap up, I just want to emphasize that insurance is very important, and it is all about people. And thank you that you visited Vanguard, because also now you've put out there what we are offering here at Vanguard. All that matters to us is about protecting people. So we do offer protection, particularly life insurance. We are saddened when we see that there's a death and then the family is suffering. They're failing to bury their loved one, or maybe someone was working but was not covered on life insurance, and therefore there isn't much that the employer is going to give to the family. We also do offer products such as loan protection. When one takes a loan from a bank or an MFI or a SACCO, we pay back that loan on their behalf if they're deceased, so the family doesn't have to suffer. So when we see that, we see impact in what we are doing here at Vanguard. And we believe that we're here to offer a secure and a brighter future for all Malawians, locally and those that are abroad. And we believe that we are one of the best insurers, and that they can trust us. And me being at the helm of this institution, I'm saying support me. I'm a woman. Temwa said.
Of course.
Yeah, sure.
I'm looking forward to. I mean, you've already your CV speaks for itself. So obviously derivated from also amazing companies, and we know that Vanguard is definitely going skyrocket, and we can't wait to see you right at the top again. At the top again. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you have here and how your stuff looks like. You know what I mean? It's like I'm part of those people that come to check what's happening in your office.
Yes, and our members of staff average age is 30. We're employing more of the Gen Zs because we are believing in product innovations, and we just want to follow the trend. So you will see as we are walking along that the members of staff here are quite young. Most of them in their early 20s, fresh graduates. We believe in bringing in talent and then developing them. So they may not have insurance experiences wherever they're coming from. We teach them here.
So I don't have to come with a 5 years experience.
No, you don't. We'll teach you here because we are looking for attitude. So someone who has got the right attitude, the positive attitude, what these days you call a vibe. So the qualification is the vibe. We just want someone who is present and then they're willing to learn.
That's beautiful. What's your takeaway before we walk away from here?
My takeaway is that I'm looking forward to a financial services industry that is vibrant, that is more resilient. As you can see, there's forex challenges. We do not have much to hang on to right now. Probably devaluations are looming. People cannot afford insurance. Mostly they'll say insurance is optional, is a luxury, but we want to encourage people that insurance is about protection. So I would really encourage Malawians to embrace insurance, funeral insurance. They've seen the benefits. I'm sure we've demonstrated enough of the benefits, but we're joining the World Bank and the Reserve Bank in financial inclusion initiatives to make sure that this information gets to every Malawian.
Okay. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here.
Thank you. Let me take you around.
Very much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that was it today at Vanguard Insurance, and we were with Dr. Lillian Moyo, and we got to learn a bit more about what insurance is and what Vanguard does. For now, it's goodbye till then. Bye.